You had a dream and you see that you were covered with a veil. It talks about manipulation, which is what? An evil manipulation. You had a dream, a veil was covering you. You tried to cheer it, you are not succeeding. Check around the people that are relating with you. Somebody is manipulating you. It talks about serious manipulation, which you must take into consideration. Number 50. You have a dream and you are pregnant. You are pregnant for a long time and you are not giving birth. It is an attack on your life. This talking about what? A serious delay in your prophetic manifestation. Number 54. Eating with the dead. You have a dream and you are eating with the dead. It's talking about covenant with death. It's also talking about the spirit of death hanging around you. It's talking about ancestral altars that are trying to renew themselves in your life. Maybe you have broken free from them and you have done some acts that is trying to restore you back to them again. So eating with the dead is a no. It's not a good dream. So you must fast and pray. I remember one day I had a dream, and in that dream I was invited into dinner, and then when I was invited for the dinner, I saw a lot of dead people. And watch this. The dead people I saw were not ordinary dead people. One of them, which I remember in that dream, was Elijah in the Bible. I also remember Prophet Samuel in the Bible. And luckily, I wasn't the only one. I also saw some prominent men of God that are still alive in a dream. So we had a dinner and we were sitting in a round table. Whilst we were seated, all of a sudden, a man walked in and Elijah told me that this is the Lord Jesus Christ. And we all stood up to salute him. And then when he came, he passed by. He didn't join the table. He passed by and entered another room. In the dream, I was invited. I was just there and they called my name that he wants to see me. And I entered into the room. The end of the dream, you don't need to know what happened. Number 55. When you lose a ring or a jewelry in a dream. Losing a ring or a jewelry in a dream. It's talking about what? Loss of authority. Number 2, marital attack. Number 3, a broken covenant. And then you must fast and pray because that's an attack either on your marriage if you're married. If you're not married, it's still an attack on your marriage. It can also represent a loss of authority, especially for leaders. It can represent loss of sight and vision for men, and then almost everybody. So we must fast and pray because God reveals to redeem. So when you get a revelation like this, just know that God wants to what? Redeem you. Or he's revealing to you that there's an attack on your marriage or leadership, which you have to fast and pray about. Number 56. When you see yourself in a shoe, you had a dream and you see that you were wearing shoe and your concentration was on the shoe. Shoe represent ministry. It represents calling. It represents movement. Losing shoe is equal to stagnation. You had a dream, you lost your shoe. It's talking about stagnation. You had a dream, the shoe was torn. It's talking about difficulty in your assignment. Tough season in your assignment. Difficult season in your assignment. Shoe represent your destiny, your calling, your ministry, and all that. So if there are issues, if the shoes are very new, it is talking about a revival and refreshment in your life. Number 57, mirror. You had a dream and you see a mirror. A mirror points to what? Identity revelation. Broken mirror means there is a lot of confusion in your life. You don't even know who you are. You don't know what you are called to do, and you don't know what God is calling you for. Number 58, hospital. You had a dream, you see yourself in the hospital. It's talking about two things. Either God is revealing an impending danger that is about to come to you, or your health is about to be attacked, or healing. It can also represent healing. It depends on your state in the hospital. Were you happy? Were you confused? Were you worried? Were you crying? What was it? That will be determined. Number 58, you see flood. You had a dream and you see flood. Flood represent an overwhelming problems and attacks from marine spirit. Flood also represent judgment. In fact, flood represent disorientation to one's vision. It represent interruptions. So when you have a dream and you see flood, heavy and strong, it is a sign that God is revealing to you of an impending danger which you must prepare against. Number 59, locked doors. You had a dream and the doors were locked. Doors were closed against you. It's not a good sign. In fact, you don't need a prophet to interpret it. You know it is not a good sign. Locked doors represent closed opportunities. It represents close. It shows that there are opportunities in your life that have been denied by the devil, closed by him, and stopped by him, which you must fast and pray. If the doors are rusted, it means that you were supposed to access them many years ago, which you have failed to access them. So you need to fast and pray, and the Lord will show up and bring restoration. Number 60, marketplace. You have a dream and you saw yourself at the marketplace. Marketplace, what were you doing there? Because marketplace talks about exchange. It's a place for transaction. It's also a place where witchcraft transaction, spiritual transaction, physical transaction, every form of transaction takes place. So you see yourself in a marketplace, you must ask yourself, what was your state in that marketplace? Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you confused? Were you depressed? Were you oppressed? So the state at which you were at the marketplace determine the type of transaction that actually took place. Because if something valuable was taken from you, of course, you will be sad. The spirit will notice it. If something of value is taken, the spirit will notice and the spirit will rebel in the dream and you will not be happy. But if you were excited, which means there was something great you bought over there. The marketplace is also a place where witchcraft action takes place. So whenever you have a dream and you are at the marketplace, you must also fast and pray, because it depends on the state at which you are that actually determine how we interpret dreams. Disclaimer, I want you to know that dreams are not interpreted ordinarily. These are just primarily interpretation. But for us to get a dream interpretation very accurately, you must understand that we should know the content of the dream, the posture of the heart of the person in the dream, your feeling. Every detail in dream matters in its interpretation. So when a detail is left out, it becomes risky, or the interpreter can get it wrong. So we can have same dreams and the interpretation will be different. Why? The culture determine the interpretation, the society, where you are coming from, how you were feeling in the dream. All those things determine the interpretation of the dream. So this is a disclaimer I'm putting up there. God bless you.